David Banner said that there was no devil. And this had Christians' panties in a knot. It really did. Let's see what they talking about.
I don't believe in the devil. Man, the devil, you the devil. The reason why they give you something exterior is so you'll never fix you.
Uh-oh.
If you keep blaming on the devil, you won't fix your black ass. You the problem.
Damn.
Go fix you. If you didn't make the team, and the devil didn't do it, you didn't do your reps. You didn't stay in the gym. That ain't the devil, that's you.
Damn.
But they tell you the devil so you will never fix the devil in your black ass.
Damn.
And if you really believe in God and think that God is omnipotent, how you put anything next to God?
Damn.
If God created the devil, you shouldn't even put the devil in the same conversation.
Man, that last one was a bar, because I talked about this with a Christian one time. I'm like, if God is omnipresent, how is the devil omnipresent as well? He got his demons. He got his devils and his demons work. No, that's not how that works. See, you lying. You trying to fill in a space, but that's a really big gap right there. It's a really big hole. How is it that God can be right there? It's like the angels, right? The angel and the devil on the shoulder, right? Which is actually just a symbol. It's symbolic for what's going on internally within yourself, right? That's all that's all it's talking about. Like when you see the angel and the devil, it's just talking about what's happening here mentally and also what's happening spiritually, maybe even what's going on in the heart. Nonetheless, it's symbolism, right? It's something that's subliminal for what's going on internally within your body. People don't look past that. They don't look beyond that. But he made a very great point here. How in the world can the devil and God be present at the same time? And how can we all listen to the voice of God every single day at the same time? How can we all be tempted by the devil at the same time? How is it that we all suffer and then we all acknowledge to one extent to another this divine power that is within us? There has to be something bigger to this. There has to be a bigger plot. And the Bible is not going to give you the full picture. It's only going to give you fragments. And a lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people don't want to hear that. But we're going to run this video back again. And we're also going to talk about how you can integrate with the shadow self. Because the devil that resides within you is your shadow self. The beast. The animal, right? The flesh, as St. Paul talks about. He talks about in the Bible of how every time he tries to do good, evil is always present with him. And it's just like a tussle and a fight and a war, because every time, the more that he does good, the more bad is always present with him. And I would argue that Paul has that ongoing confliction within him, the thorn in his side, in another reference, right? He talks about this in reference to talking about what's going on internally within himself. He always instructs these churches to crucify the flesh, crucify your fleshly desires in order for you to obtain Christ consciousness or to walk in the spirit. But you're not supposed to crucify the flesh. You're not supposed to discard what's a part of you. You're always going to be in this body until you take your last breath. So it would actually do more for you to be one with your body than to discard it. People repress their, like for an example, and we're going to talk about this later on in the video, but a lot of people repress their sexual emotions, their sexual feelings, their sexual vices. And they think being celibate or cutting themselves fully off from sexuality will solve their problems. It won't. It will not. Cutting yourself off completely from your sexuality is one of the most despicable things you could do to yourself. Is literally, I almost want to say this is self-abuse, but why would you cut yourself off from something that is completely natural and makes you feel good and is pleasurable? The church has literally ruined the lives of so many different women because they have made them feel bad for masturbation. They've made them feel bad for touching themselves, for having these different thoughts in their minds while they're doing it. To such an extent, some women will just pleasure themselves and be like, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just thinking about the pleasure. Give me a break. Give me a break. But that's what the church has done. It has traumatized us in terms of making us feel good about sex. Just masturbation. Like, imagine you're doing everything right in the world, and yet you're going to hell because you just like to touch yourself. Of all the things in the world, right? A serial killer at his last breath could enter into the pearly gates. Not you, though. You may have gave to the poor, you may have healed the sick, you may have preached the word, but you was touching your goddamn wiener. I can't let you in, bro. Crazy. You're going to have a seat right next to Hitler because you was touching on yourself. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. I'm sorry. But let's run this video back.
I don't believe in the devil. Man, the devil, you the devil. The reason why they give you something exterior is so you'll never fix you.
Damn.
If you keep blaming on the devil, you won't fix your black ass.
Let's deal with that. Because they have literally made you feel in your mind that there is something outside of you that is creeping and crawling and just being so, devious. like Swiper. Whenever it came to door, Swiper, no swiping. But it's deeper than that. There is something internally going on within yourself that they have programmed you with, that they have internalized within yourself, that they have engineered within you so that you are working for the system and against yourself. I'm just telling it to you like it is. Okay. You focus so much on the external devil, just like how you focus so much on what's going on in the news and what's going on with somebody else's life. Some of y'all lurk on other people's platforms. Yeah, I see y'all. There are people that I used to rock with that they still watch me in the shadows. You know how pathetic you got to be to do that? Think about that. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be well informed about what's going on in the world and what's going on in the media, but you should not let that control your life. I woke up this morning, did my 10K steps, and when I got on my phone, this particular video popped up, and I was going in the comment section. They was talking about what's going on with politics, and there was a woman that said in the comment section, I don't know how somebody could live their life given what's going on in the world right now. I was like, what? You are so out of it in terms of what's going on in the world that you can't even focus on containing your life. That's what you're telling me. Please turn the TV off and give me your phone immediately. If what's going on in the world is literally prohibiting from you taking care of your kids, taking care of your family, taking care of your health, in your mental awareness and in your self-awareness, your self-growth and your spiritual growth, turn the TV off and give me your phone immediately, because that's unhealthy. There should never be a time for you in your life to where you have to give up everything in your life. Like you're just so focused. The media is telling you and literally programming you subconsciously. They are programming you subconsciously through words, through repetition, through symbols. They are literally programming you to think a certain way about a certain man, about certain events, about a certain group of people, a certain party, about certain events. And you don't have any control over yourself. When I tell you, it was completely disturbing to see the process in my mother's mentality when it came to the injection. That's a little cool symbol I got. The injection, right? And I remember I was in college. It used to be a little joke. My mom on the phone, you gonna get that stuffy stuff in you? I see, when Jesus comes back, she started laughing. I was completely serious, right? She's like, I don't know what's up in that stuff anyway, right? This is when she was in her mind. A couple months pass. I'm still in college. You gonna get that? You gonna get that blicky in you? You gonna get that stuffy stuff? I said, no. Why not? Why not? What in the world just happened? You know, your uncle just got it. Good for him. He also just got heart failure. I don't know if that was the cause. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, you know, getting the stuff in him. But using my uncle as an example for why I should get it is not really a good example. Your granddaddy got it. I'm not going to applaud them, but good for them. Couple months pass. Why won't you get it? You should get it. What in the hell is going on here? Then I see, girl, you look good. Don't you vax that thing up. You a fine young brother. Once you vax that thing up. What? Free food. Free chicken. Free donuts. What is going on here? No, I don't want it. I don't want the injection. I don't want the injection. I don't want it. Why not, Tyrone? I think you should take care of yourself. You should look over the doctors and this. Oh, somebody's been watching a little too much news. Somebody been listening a little too much to certain people on the phone. Oh, they got you. That's what I'm seeing right now. They got you. I'm going to head on out. Then they started to condemn us. I'll never forget that. And I'm waiting for my apology, Barack Obama. I'm waiting for my apology, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. I'm waiting for my apology. Got the nerve to go on social media, to go on platforms and go on the news. You will get that shot or else. Or else what, you old bitch? Or else what? I could not believe that for the life of me. The news going out of their way to condemn people for not getting the injection. I could not believe that for the life of me. We have and then they're like, you don't want to get it? We're going to prevent you from doing this. We're going to prevent you from doing that. And people losing their jobs. And that was just a mess, bro. That was a mess. My bad, y'all. This ain't even about this is not even what the video is about. But back on subject matter, right? You have to literally control. You have to be hyper aware, hyper focused on the devil self, the shadow self. You're focused so much on what's going on in the outside world and these distractions that you're not focusing on your internal journey in with yourself. I said in videos before that if you don't focus on in the here and now, you will be in the same predicament that you are in right now 4 years from now. Because that is what the media wants you to do, is focus on what they tell you to focus on and work for their agenda. And so while you're working for their agenda, because they want you to react, that's literally what the media is made there to do. That's what the media is there for you to do, to react, to fearmonger you. Oh, Trump done said this about something to somebody else, and they done said they're going to do this and that and the third, and we might be on the brink of war. Then they're going to have people on a panel talking about it 2 o'clock in the morning, and you over here shivering in your goddamn blankets. Meanwhile, you are nowhere near anywhere from those people and what's going on. And you shivering in your blankets for 6 months straight, 2 years done passed, 3 years. That whole time you could have focused on how can I make 6 figures. That whole time you could have focused on how can I make a business. That whole time you could have built a skill set. No, you wanted to focus on the news because your life was so in jeopardy. You said that back in 2020 as well. You said that back in 2016 as well. Where are you now? Oh, that's what I thought. Give me a break.
You the problem. Go fix you. If you didn't make the team, and the devil didn't do it, you didn't do your reps.
You didn't do your reps.
You didn't stay in the gym. That ain't the devil, that's you. But they tell you the devil so you will never fix the devil in your black ass. And if you really believe in God and think that God is omnipotent, how you put anything next to God? If God created the devil, you shouldn't even put the devil in the same conversation.
Ever. You should never put the devil and God in the same conversation unless you're talking about the internal God and devil within yourself, right? But it's a play to the Christians that proclaim the devil is already defeated and all these different things that they'll like they used to tell us back in church, you know, the devil is defeated and under my feet, and I rebuke you, devil, and all these different things, right? You're supposed to have power and authority over all demons, right? You're supposed to have the power to rebuke demons, to overcome the devil, and yet I see a lot of Christians indulging in their vices and within their flesh. I see a lot of Christians who are complete assholes, very condescending people, and yet they want to cover themselves with this mask, this persona that they are holier than thou, and their name is supposedly written in the Lamb's Book of Life. I don't know what book is written in, but you definitely going to the lake of fire. Okay.